President's Medal, of course, the medal for the state singles winner. And again, I'll ask our President, Graham Leach, to come forward and announce the winner.
Runner-up in 2014, he stepped up, won in 2016, and those of us who saw him play on that day, he was just outstanding. It's my pleasure to present the President's Medal to John Slavich.
To join the absolute greats of this game by winning the state singles, give us an idea, how important was that moment to you?
Yeah, it was pretty special. I was lucky enough to get to a final in 2014. In my eyes, I was pretty just happy just to make a final. So I thought, wicked. I played in a state singles final, tick that off the list and not worry about it after that. But then 2 years later, I was lucky enough to play again and get over the I suppose, I don't know if you call it trauma or whatever, but yeah, it was hard work losing to Stewie. It was good to win.
Is it a bit of redemption though when you get one after losing one? Is that the way you felt?
I don't know. Like I was just so happy to play in a final. I really didn't care about winning or losing. It was just great to be out there in the last day and playing against another fella. And he was lucky enough; he was my club mate as well. So it was pretty cool to keep it all double V final, and to get to play someone like Stewie. You think, oh well, I've known him for a very long time, and we played juniors together, and he managed to get through. But yeah, I was just happy to play in a final. I don't really. Yeah, I know a lot of people take the game pretty serious, but I was just pretty stoked just to play in a final. And I was lucky enough to get there in a couple of years later and, hold this thing as well. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. A number of people in the room, of course, wouldn't have seen how it all panned out. What was the moment, do you think, that was of most importance when it came to actually winning the state singles?
Yep, good question. I don't really remember much of the game.
Is that because of celebrations afterwards or the game, the blur itself?
I think the best thing about preparation about a game, I had a party after each night. So, and I finished the night off with Acca's 40th, and I did 2 40ths in 3 days. So I was pretty stoked. But look, I was serious. During the game, I was lucky to play a lot of great bowlers throughout the whole tournament, and I think that's pretty much it was in my favour. I played each person I played against was either trying to make the state side or they were just trying to prove a point because they were all Premier League bowlers. So when you're playing consistently great guys and you know how well they can play, and to make the final against Gary Caffel, who was a runner-up as well, like I was, so we were both searching for our first big win, to play a guy who's done so much for the Tamman Bowling Club, for the Osborne Park Bowling Club, and also for Western Australia Bowls. It was a privilege to share the green with him, and I'm sure him and his family would have loved to have been holding a trophy. I can't really say this any other way, but my year 10 education, but I had my shit together that day.
Well, I think you summed that up pretty well. Congratulations. Well done, you, John. I don't think you could say it better. Well done.